If you've ever followed nutrition advice that you got offline and still felt like something wasn't quite right or you didn't get the results you were expecting, this is probably why. General nutrition advice is built for a general person, and perhaps unfortunately, but honestly beautifully, a general person doesn't exist. There are 4 pillars that shape how nutrition needs to be personalized to each individual. My name is Stephanie Dunn. I'm a registered dietitian and the founder of Feed Your Intention. I guide women to nourish their wellness and to reclaim their wholeness. And today I want to talk to you about the 4 pillars that shape how nutrition needs to be personalized for you. Number 1 is your preferences. If you don't enjoy it, you won't sustain it. A way of eating that ignores what you actually like is a way of eating with an expiration date. And I'll tell you how this plays out in my life. I don't like avocados. I don't like the taste of them. Despite the fact that I'm from Texas and I know how healthy they are, you will never catch me sitting down with a bowl of guacamole and a bag of chips. The good news is that avocados do not have a monopoly on the healthy fats and fiber that they are well known for. But I can tell you that if anybody were to say to me, you have to include avocados in order to eat healthfully, then I just wouldn't be able to eat healthfully because I can tolerate them now, but I just don't see myself enjoying avocados, and I certainly don't at the moment. The second pillar is your environment, where you live, how you work, what's accessible to you, the relationships and stressors that you navigate daily. Your body is responding to all of it, and it has to be taken into account as you are personalizing your way of eating. Last year was an incredibly stressful year for me, and for the first time ever, my blood sugar went up into the pre-diabetic range. Now, what that meant was that the stress my body was experiencing was actually changing my blood glucose metabolism, and I needed to adjust my diet as well as, honestly, my stress management in that year in order to help my body better manage my blood sugar. I had to take into account the stress that was happening in order to reach that wellness that I wanted without that elevated blood sugar. The third thing is your genetics and epigenetics. Your DNA influences how you absorb nutrients, how you respond to certain foods, and how you process stress. And your choices influence how those genes express themselves. That is the epigenetics. If you think about your genetics as that strand of DNA, the epigenetics are sort of like switches that sit on top to turn them off and on. For me, the way that showed up in my life is that I had all of my genetic SNPs related to health and wellness tested. And I found out that I have basically all of the SNPs that mean I don't create vitamin D from sunlight. So even though I have olive skin, I like to spend time outside in the sun, and I kind of rarely wear sunscreen because of the skin that I have. My vitamin D levels were below normal for the longest time. I now know, because of that genetic testing, that I need to supplement vitamin D year-round in order to get my levels into the ideal range. The fourth thing is your lifestyle, your activity level, your sleep, your stress load, your history, the stage of life that you're in. These are not separate from your nutrition. They are part of it, and it needs to be taken into consideration as you are figuring out how to nourish yourself optimally for the place that you are right now. Your preferences matter just as much as your genetics matter. Your environment and your lifestyle matters. Every person needs something a little different. Figuring out what that is, well, that is what personalization is, and that is where the magic happens. If you found this information useful, please hit the like below, follow along as I share even more information to help you nourish your wellness and reclaim the wholeness that you want and deserve.